Fuck you.
Huh.
You too bad.
Yes, do continue.
Fuck you if you don't like it.
Roll the intro. Whoa. Stop the intro. It is not appropriate to have this intro because today, Mr. Magnitude gets his just desserts. And I don't just mean satirically, this is it. I'm exposed. I am toxic and evil. So I think this is more suited. Here we go. The death of Magnitude's channel.
So, who are people you should be wary of? Anyone that stands to profit from you. So anybody that's selling anything, you know, if they're going to make money off of you, you may not be able to trust them. You should be, yeah, time is money, you know, let's face it. So we cannot just offer these boxes to all our friends. And you know, we are hoping to supplement our income by selling these boxes. And we don't think that we're charging anything outrageous for them. The most expensive box at this point is $500. And that's with a lot of additions. You know, that's with echo and delay and the low static board and, you know, lights and whatnot. You know, that's really not bad as far as like custom spirit boxes go. So yeah, but of course I'm coming on here today also because I have a little bit of a bee in my bonnet once again that I just want to briefly mention. And I've talked about this on my channel in the past. This isn't the first time I've discussed it, but naming and shaming people, yeah, I'm just not into it, you know. I really just think it takes sort of, I don't know, a lack of class, a lack of tact for people to sort of do that. And if you have to sort of lift yourself up by dragging other people down, it's just gross.
Hey guys, it's Ghost Queen. I'm back today with my series talking about people in the paranormal that I recommend and people in the paranormal I think you should be a little wary of. So today we're going to be talking about a particular problem child that I think has been a problem for the YouTube paranormal community for quite some time, and I'm going to talk about why. Now, this guy...
Meet Heather. Heather Ghost Queen. Heather Ghost Queen is actually one of my biggest fans. She's known me since I started and speaks very highly of me. In fact, so much so, she likes to comment every so often to tell me what a wonderful person that I am and give me a lot of positive attention. In fact, she's gone so far to make a video. Actually, that was my fault. I goaded her to make a video so I could have a little bit of fun. So please don't take anything seriously. And I just want to say one thing before I stop this. I am okay with criticism. Criticism is fine. Hey, I put out criticism. I'm expected to have criticism back. However, if you're going to criticise, please have the facts straight. Don't twist them to make your own agenda. And no, she's right, as she says in the video that I'm going to be replying to, that, you know, she isn't going to damage me or anything like that. It's going to do fuck all. And that's cool. And that's not her aim anyway. I don't know, maybe she just wants some venting or something. Maybe it's that time of the month. Oh, yeah, don't insult her. If you insult her or say things like that, that's not an insult to her. That is an insult to all womankind. Because that's just the type of person that Heather is. Beautiful on the inside. So, well, as you can see, Heather Ghost Queen, lovely lady and all that, and been with me for a good little while, a long time. So you'd think she'd know a few things about me, right? Well, maybe we should rename her to Contradiction Queen rather than Ghost Queen. So anyway, here's the video. I hope you enjoy. And yeah, let's see if we can straighten out these facts that she's put across about me, because they're just a little bit skewed, maybe accidentally on purpose, maybe just through, I don't know what the reason would be. Can you think of a reason? I don't know, Thurlis, but all for shits and giggles. Enjoy!
Hey guys, it's Ghost Queen. Today I'm going to be continuing with my series 13 Reasons Why, where I recommend certain people in the paranormal and I describe certain people in the paranormal I think you should be a little wary of.
Goody, I can't wait. What could be in store for this magical, wonderful video? I'll tell you what though, congratulations of taking my tip of filming landscape. So much better about those borders, so I'm glad you're listening and learning something. Maybe I'll learn something from this video. Who knows? Let's find out.
I probably should have put a disclaimer on all of my videos where I'm sort of speaking not so positively about some people to say, certainly I don't need anyone attacking these people on my behalf. And everyone is entitled to their own opinion and to like who they like and who they don't like.
Heather, you can put a disclaimer on, that's absolutely fine and, you know, quite good, but unfortunately, you are not responsible for anybody else's actions. People are human beings and they'll do what the hell they want. If they want to come to my channel giving me jip, they will. And that's not your fault. That's not your responsibility. But do put a disclaimer up. That's just very kind of you. Thank you.
These are just my observations and my own personal opinions. I don't expect everyone to agree with me. And I will also say that I do believe everybody has something to offer in the world, and they just need to find, you know, what that is, what they're good at.
Because you're the arbiter of the paranormal. I mean, I guess I've got nothing to offer the paranormal, nothing at all. I will come to what I've got and what I've offered and what I've gained from the paranormal and given too. Don't you worry about that. But yeah, I mean, there's something I could probably offer. Just not in the paranormal, right, Heather? I just don't belong in the paranormal in any way or form. Especially if I deviate on my channel to do slightly other things that are not, I don't know, in your interest or something.
I believe everybody's good at something. So I'm not trying to demonize anyone. I've certainly seen myself be demonized within the paranormal community by many people. And
yeah, I know. I've seen that too. Now, why do you think that would be? What would be the reason for that? People just going off on one, just like that, just demonising you, Heather. Demonising you. I mean, Jesus Christ. You're innocent all the way through and through. You are. You really, really are. People just decided to go after you. I don't know why. Bad people. Bad people. These people need dealing with. Fast and swift, and they don't belong in the paranormal at all.
It's never a nice feeling, and I don't want to do that back to anyone else.
Don't you? Are you sure about that? Absolutely sure. Then what the fuck is the purpose of this video then?
I think I'm being pretty clear and communicative about the reasons why I support who I support and the reasons why I don't support the people that I don't support.
Yeah, definitely. But it helps if you get the facts right and don't twist them so they fit in your own narrative. That really does help. But that's okay. That's why response videos are a good thing.
Support. So, today I'm going to be spotlighting order of magnitude.
God, you're wasting your time on that, freaking idiot. Now, kudos to you, Queen. Kudos to you. I look forward to this. Spotlighting magnitude. Ah, brilliant. Fuck you, Womb, asshole.
As many people know, Wayne and I went to New England. We were up there for about a week. Well, we were gone in total for about a week. And while I was in New England, I saw Order of Magnitude was attacking me in a video. And I was sort of like, where did that come from? You know, it was sort of out of left field.
Yes, I remember. I think he said, fuck you too, Ghost Queen. Yeah. And it came out of nowhere. No. Why did it come out of nowhere? I'll tell you why. Because I generally stay away from you, and have stayed away from you since, well, eternity pretty much, since, you know, you tried to turn the whole community against me in one full swoop, and it backfired on you and didn't work. But we'll get to that in a bit. And, yeah, well, cut a long story short, you come on to my comments gaslighting. And I just literally said kindly, please don't come on my comments and gaslight. I mean, after all, you're blocked, right? Get to that in a minute. And you said, fuck you, Riley, in the comments. Fuck you back. Now, I've never said fuck you to you before. I've actually been quite good to you. In fact, I even offered like a peace offering when I said, you and Wayne are an unlikely couple and I hope you make it, so to say. It's, you know, kind of nice to have that kind of thing. But, you know, that's okay. Not a problem. So that's where that came from. I just felt like saying, fuck you back, because you said it to me. So it wasn't quite out of left field, okay? And the video wasn't aimed at you. Don't flush yourself so much. Yes, I not dropped your name in over the fuck you, but I was getting stressed out because I was being compared to Paranormal X, and I wanted to state what the differences between us were. Again, we'll come to this because, you know, I'm just so toxic and a scam artist. No different to Huff.
Didn't really make sense to me. I certainly hadn't made a video about him yet. So I wasn't even sure if I was going to include him in this series or make a video about him. But I guess he anticipated that I was going to, and sort of...
Nope, at that point I had no idea you had some weird fucking ass video series of 13 reasons why and why not. I had no idea. It's only when I decided to go look around your channel that I found it, and I thought, oh yeah. But no, at that particular time, no idea. So no, it wasn't a preemptive strike. As I just said, just felt like saying fuck you because you said fuck you to me in my comments. Gaslighting.
Did a little preemptive strike. I don't know. But, you know, then it became obvious that he actually needed more money and was going to make another begging video. So I guess demonizing me was part of his ploy to get more money, but it didn't work because I hadn't made a video yet attacking him. And, you know, he went ahead and made his begging video anyway.
What? Using you as a scheme to get more money, a way to get more money. Yes, I put up my hopefully last ever begging video, so to say, and I don't, you know, like I say, I can handle some criticism. That's fine. You know, I criticise myself on that, to be honest with you. And like I say, other than shilling at the end of YouTube videos like every other YouTuber, because I put a lot of time and effort into my channel creatively as well. I'm much more wider than you think, Ghost Queen. Much wider. Yeah, so, but, man, that is so far-fetched. That's amazing. I hadn't, yeah, used Ghost Queen. Ghost Queen will end up getting me more money somehow. No, I don't, no. What? This is brilliant. This is going to get so much better, guys. Keep watching if you can stomach it. If not, I understand. Don't forget to hit that thumbs down button and unsubscribe.
Anyway, so, you know, unfortunately for Riley, I kind of think it sort of proved itself out that, you know, maybe he's a little manipulative and creates schemes as a way to get money.
Oh, pot calling kettle black. Grady under, eh? Kettles aren't black usually, although mine is, so yeah. Anyway, getting to the point. Schemes. I create schemes to make more money, get more money, or whatever it is you want to phrase that as. Schemes. What, involving your name, maybe? Was that a scheme that I did? Is that what you're trying to say? Me saying fuck you on a video was a scheme to get more money. Is that it? I'm going to carry on listening.
As a way to get money. He was kind of proving my own point. But Riley is correct that I was one of the first ones to kind of speak up and say, hey, I don't think this is a great precedent to set in the paranormal community.
Yeah, you're the first one not to speak up, but to try and twist my entire community against me and make me look like a real nasty, scamming piece of work is what you tried to do. And I know the real reason behind this, what is going to bug you about it. There was a reason. It wasn't, setting a precedent, because you are the arbitration of the paranormal, and we shouldn't put your seal of approval, as you're going to say in a minute, on this. I know what's bugging you most, Ghost Queen. I know what it is, and we'll come to it. Nothing to do with how you're phrasing this at all. You'll see.
Paranormal community. It became very obvious that he was seeking help from his friends, followers, fans, whatever you want to call them, with equipment, with money, with all of it. Now, I spoke up and said, I don't think this is a really great thing to do in the paranormal community. And I was concerned about it. I was concerned that it would sort of, if it was accepted and we put our stamp of approval on it and said, okay, people can do this, then you'd have a lot of people coming into the paranormal and doing this and taking advantage of people. I didn't want to see that happen.
No, the thing that bugged you was, as you said, that you had to scrimp and save really, really hard for your 587 and obvious free. I can never say it, obvious free or whatever. That is the thing that peed you off, because I hadn't done any work and scrimped and saved, and all of a sudden all this equipment just suddenly turned up at my door, and that bugged the fuck out of you, didn't it? That really got to you. How is it that I had to scrimp and save my ass off, and it took me forever, and it was hard work, and I appreciate that it was hard work for you, okay, and kudos to you for that, to get a 587, and it just come out the door and onto my lap so easily. That's the thing that pissed you off.
I thought it would open the doorway to any old scammer being able to come in and just say, please help me with this and please help me with that, and
Okay, fair enough. So that's your concern, right? But you damn well know that I didn't ask for any of that equipment. I didn't say in any video, I need a 587, I need this, I need that. It was all offered to me, and it blew me away too. I don't understand why people were doing it. I have no clue as to what happened here and as to why I got so fortunate. I don't know. The thing is, Ghost Queen, what I want to know is, if it was you, if it was happening to you, what would you have done? Would you have accepted? Would you have accepted some of it, but not all of it? In my mind, that's a bit insulting. What, so you accept that gift, but not that one? What, is mine too cheap for you or something? Or whatever, or, kind of insulting, if you accept one but not the others. Maybe I shouldn't have accepted any of it. I should have just said, no, no, no. And then I wouldn't have had a channel or anything to go on, and I should have done it the hard way, found a job and scrimped and saved all the way through. Maybe that's what I should have done, But as for opening the door to any old scammer, I don't know if that's quite the way it would work, because if you think about it, people are willful. People would do what they want, okay, unless they are being scammed, so to say, I'd like to think that people would not want to donate something if they don't want to. If they don't want to do it, they won't. It's only people like Huff who put up videos where they're showing evidence that isn't evidence that make them think, my God, this thing really works, I need this to contact my mum, and then they reinforce that narrative. I don't do anything of the sort like that, and some cunt is at my door, so just give me a second.
Now, Riley has a lot of supporters. He's got a lot of people who love and adore him and who think he's completely on the up and up, and he's just trying to seek out some help during a bad time in his life.
Yeah, don't I know it? I've got a lot of support and love and adoration from people. Sometimes, as cheesy as it sounds, it really, really is overwhelming. It really, really is. What do you want, Grumpus? This is not the time to... Fine, just put your ass in my face. Yeah. Oh, fucking... Grumpus!
And, perhaps that's true. I certainly don't know this individual well. I've never interacted with him in real life. However, I was around when he came into the community, and I've been around this whole time, and, have just watched how he operates.
Watched how I operate? That's interesting.
And he always claimed to never be asking for anything. However, he certainly readily accepted help. And
the issue is accepting the help. And you're right, I didn't ask for anything at the start. Only sort of, you know, I say recently-ish, but when all of us, what she's talking about, at that time period, I never asked for a damn thing. It just came to just offered. Every single thing was offered. And I accepted. What a bad bastard I am. I wonder though, if it was the other way round, would you accept? And I know you're going to say no, because I'm a strong independent woman that likes to work for my stuff and, you know, scrimp and save, and that's good, that's beautiful. I'm really glad that you do that, you know. But I gotta be honest, with the stuff that I got, I don't think I'd have, you know, gotten it because of the employment opportunities that are around this area and what we earn and the family and all the rest of it. Well, boo-hoo, tough shit, Magnitude, that's how the cookie crumbles, so yeah. Well, lucky me. But I had some very, very generous and nice people who obviously I struck a chord with, and they felt that they wanted to see me, you know, do something and run this channel. And to this day, a lot of them are still here, still watching, still supporting, still being fucking amazing. And for that, I can never, ever express enough thanks and gratitude. They know this, though. They damn well know this. And so do you.
it's lots of equipment. And I mean, I would be interested to know the dollar figure of how much money and equipment, you know, and equipment and everything that Riley has received. I'm sure it's pretty high.
Well, I bet you would. I bet you'd love to know. Oh, I know, it'd trigger the fuck out of you if you did know. It'd trigger you so hard. Wow, you'd be just like shaking your head. Fucking hell. My God, Heather. My fucking God, this is the level we got to.
And perhaps there are people who think that's okay. You know, if he's able to do it, good for him. And maybe some people aspire to do that themselves.
Obviously, there's people that think it's okay, because those very people are probably the people that, you know, sent me the stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit of a stupid statement to make. And as for people aspiring, well, depends how you look at it. I mean, look, people have YouTube channels and people have Patreons and stuff, you know? People aspire to do YouTube. And I know you want to sort of ring fence the paranormal as like a totally different clique and it must go in this direction. If you are a paranormal person, you shouldn't accept gifts. You should only put on your channel spirit box sessions and evidence only and nothing else. It must be strict to that point. Well, maybe I didn't want to go down that route. Maybe I didn't want to just do that. I wanted to open up and branch out because it gets a bit boring after a while, putting the same thing. I want to give more because people gave to me, so I want to give out more creatively and give more out. That doesn't mean to say my paranormal is neglected. Just look at my videos. I've got hundreds, well, I've got like over 300 sessions or something ridiculous. A lot more sessions than you put out on your channel, because on your channel, in a minute, you're going to talk about like, oh yeah, you know, on your vlogs, you put, oh, we got lots of evidence, you know, and, you know, we caught this figure, we did this, we caught that, but you never post it on your fucking channel. Never, hardly. Why not? If you caught that evidence, why didn't you post it? At least I can say I forgot my fucking camera and forgot to press record because I'm a fucking idiot. Oh, Jesus Christ, Ghost Queen.
However, I don't really see how that makes him any different than Huff.
You bloody what?
Especially when most of his videos are about Huff and what a fraud and scammer Huff is. I just don't know that Riley's all that different.
Well, not sure how I'm all that different. Well, let me see. Am I selling a product, right, that claims to do many things for thousands of dollars more than what it's actually worth, and I get those sales via putting up evidence that isn't evidence, that's totally fabricated, and along the way tell lies like, your mum is with me now, and she says that she'd like to continue this conversation in person, you know, if you buy this device. Yeah, I'm just like Huff. Identical, because I received a lot of equipment without asking. Now, don't get me wrong, we're going to come to this, because later on, I did ask. I asked a fair few times, and I got the help. And I was amazed, because, you know, look, I live in a property now without any damp. My daughter has a room. I now have a car, which she'll come to, and this will stress her out even more. That I got a car, you know, but she tells a little lie on this one as well, a big whopper of a lie. But we'll come to that. We'll come to that. Yeah, I'm no different to Huff, guys. Just bear that in mind. Fuck, that's a reach. That's a good reach, Heather. Reach around. Yes, a real reach around. You're doing the old reach around there. The old reaching around and really reaching hard. Fuck me.
Different. He has had people criticize him. Not just myself. There were criticisms of his big photograph. That is like the whole reason why he's supposedly involved with the paranormal at all, is because he claims to have had a shadow entity in his home, and he claims to have captured a picture of it. Now, there were people that thought that picture was fraudulent, and some people proved how it could be done.
Heather, they didn't prove anything. They trolled me. Do you remember it? Do you remember the video? Yeah, they trolled me. Can you see the legs? The legs, the legs. You can see the legs. It's someone with a duvet on their head. No. That didn't prove nothing. And the photo was genuine. You see, what you got to understand is, right, Heather, I don't have any hardware or software at that time, even now really, or the knowledge, I say, that could recreate such a photo. And if someone had any fucking sense, they could take my original copy and you can find out that that photo hasn't been edited or changed in any way via the codes. There's like codes you can... I don't understand how you do this because I'm not an expert, but if you take that file and check it out, you'll be found that it is as it is. That was saved, that picture was taken, nothing was changed, nothing was manipulated, which means either one thing, or two things. It's a genuine photo, or whatever was taken a picture of was me in a duvet or whatever. But if that's the case, how the fuck am I floating? How am I doing that? If that is a fake, I'm a genius. Let's just have a look at my amazing photo for the moment. And you know that video didn't prove shit. You know that video is just a troll video, a really crappy troll. But let's just watch this photo just for us. I'll put it on the screen for just for 10 seconds. Jesus Christ. And let me tell you how, before I put it on, I'll tell you how the photo was gained, okay? We used to have an entity called Charlie that lived in our house. That was where all the paranormal activity come from. And that's where and why I got into it, I suppose. I wasn't even going to be on social media. I just got... and I was a fan of Huff, Mortis Wiz and other people like that. But I was so annoyed at the misinformation was put out because I was a skeptic, didn't believe in it. And then I met my wife. She told me something was in the house, didn't believe her. That very night, shit went down, loads of activity, and it turned me from a skeptic to a believer. Now, the photo I was taking is, we used to get like these static clicks, and I used to take a picture, and we usually get orbs if you take a picture of a direction of these like weird clicks. Well, one night, we were watching the news at 10, there was like, why did you click behind the TV? Almost as if the TV went. Some clever bastard, I think it was Molly or someone, took a picture on the phone where I sat on the couch in that direction. We were expecting orbs. No, we got that. It was taken on a first generation smartphone Nokia. It wasn't even touchscreen. And we all fucking went, Jesus Christ, and so, but no one could see it with a naked eye. Took another picture, nothing there. Absolutely nothing. But yeah, that's how it came to be. Simple as, very simple. There's no beer glasses or setting up the camera in a way like Huff does or anyone. This is how you get spirits, guys. You need a glass or a tumbler. No. Pick up phone, take picture in that direction, and that's what come out. And the codes prove that, you daft wench.
Could be done. I'm not going to say whether I believe the photo or whether I don't believe the photo.
Hi Heather, I wonder why you won't say if you believe a photo or don't believe a photo. You fucking know.
Then there was the dinosaur. You know, a lot of people took issue with him using this toy, which many people considered was a faulty toy, and saying that was valid spirit communication. people thought it sort of made a whole mockery of the ITC field and just turned it into a joke. And that people wouldn't take it seriously. And we have enough trouble being taken seriously as it is.
With the fucking dinosaur thing. Right, let's put this down straight away, okay? I never said that it is full on absolute with anything. It's just kind of odd, you know? It could well be a broken toy, but I think it's a bit of both. I believe, and I thoroughly believe this, and I'm going to show you why I believe this in a second, okay? That it is not just a broken toy. I think it might have a fault with it, but they can use that, and they can do something with that. Now, what I'm going to do, sorry Furless, you've seen this clip oodles of times, but Heather here hasn't got a clue about what evidence I've got, and the class A shit I have got. Granted, it's only probably 1 in 20 sessions that I get stuff like this, these types of sessions. It's usually in the old house, because the old house is what had all the shit in it. But I'm going to play a session, just 2 clips, and you tell me if, especially at the end of this clip, if this looks or sounds like a dinosaur, a faulty toy, or something is manipulating it and doing what it wants to do. You with me to communicate? You tell me. But my bottom line was, no, it's not absolute, but it's something to certainly consider, and that's why I use it. Funnily enough, in this house, it doesn't work a lot of the time. A lot of the time I can leave it on for hours and hours and hours and nothing will happen with it. Honestly. Well, not honestly, you've fucking seen it. It doesn't go off at all hardly. Sometimes it's very rare in this house. Interesting, eh? Now go check out this clip. Fucking hell. And you, Heather, I hope you watch this. This is a belter of a session. And yes, the full session gets even better when I cut it. I was quite warm to it.
What's your letter, Bobby?
Yes? The what?
7. Milk.
Alright, you just said demon. That was the first thing you said when I turned it on. Demon. I wish I was recording. Can you say it again? Okay, interference. Oh, orb. Went into the spirit box, did you see that? Whoa. We've got spirits here. Demon? Yeah? Are you good or bad? I can see you. Wow. Go into the spirit box, do it. Talk to me. Or not. Demon. Balak, are you here? You got me? You don't. You ain't got shit, by the way. If you're gonna try and frighten me, it's not gonna work. I said, if you're gonna try and frighten me, it doesn't work. You don't want to? What's your name? What's your name? I'll try FM in a minute. This is going to be like a 2-part thing because we've got a little bit of activity, it seems. A few orbs. We're also going to be using this box too. Can you set up the dinosaur for me? Spirit. Spirit. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Talk to me. What? And there it is. Thank you. Thank you. What's your name? Demon? No. You say it again. What's your name? What is your name? Bob? What? Is your name Bob? Really? Yes? Why Bob? So I'm trying to get rid of this fucking interference. Why Bob? If I go to FM Will it be easier? Alright, I'm going to change boxes, okay? Alright. Can you use the dinosaur again? Set it off again for me? Come on, you just did it a second ago. Do it again for me. Fucking amazing. Fuck. Yes! You hear that? On command. This is no faulty toy. Thank you.
So there were a lot of criticisms about the dinosaur. You know, I remember thinking to myself, you know, watching Riley get a lot of equipment sent to him, you know, he got spirit boxes sent to him. He got, you know, I think he got a computer or a tablet or a phone or something sent to him also. You know, he's had tons of stuff sent to him, let's face it. He's had money donated and a lot of material things. Now, it seemed like he was kind of doing a good thing, like an altruistic thing, when he was going to create this community ghost box that, you know, so for people who didn't have a spirit box, they were going to send it out, and, you know, a person would be allowed to have it for a certain amount of time before it got sent to the next person. And something went awry with that, and that didn't work out. And that was going to be his way of, like, you know, giving back to the community. That didn't work out. I forget. Somebody might remember better than me what happened with it, why it didn't work out.
Yes, the community box initiative that I was trying to do. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, so you want to know what happened there? Really? Okay, so I wanted to send an SB7 Rev 3, I believe it was. No, in fact, it was the 4-8... Oh, bloody numbers of it now. For the dipod, as I like to call it, first. And I sent it to, I'm not going to say names, okay, because it's not on. So I sent it to somebody, and when it was time to hand it back, they blocked me, they ignored me. They weren't even using it, they were keeping it in a kitchen bloody drawer, I found out. Weren't going to give it back, they're just blocking me. And in the end, enough pressure was put through, thankfully through the community, that they actually gave it back. Fair play. So I sent it on to the next person. There just wasn't any demand for it. I changed it to a SB7 in the end, because it's what most people wanted, which I probably agree with that in some ways. But yeah, there just wasn't any demand. So if you really want to know who has the community ghost box, and I will name this person, and I'm okay with that, because there's no demand for it anymore. No one got in touch, and in the end, Maria Lally ended up with the box, and she uses it, and she's got it, and she may as well keep it, I suppose. The Truth Seekers community, since G Plus has killed it, it doesn't really fucking exist anymore, which is a shame. It is on MeWe, but, you know, hardly anyone's on there. A lot of people are still grieving over Truth Seekers, because, man, people made friends for life. They really did, and it was a lovely, lovely community, you know, in terms of bonds and friendship. I don't know anything like it, so you can say what you want on that, Heather, but that's what happened to the community ghost box. Maria Lally has it, and she can keep it. That's A-OK. She uses it, as far as I'm aware. I mean, if she does want to send it back and let me continue the community ghost box initiative, I will. That's fine. But there was just no demand in the end. So that's what happened to it. Happy now? Fucking hell.
It didn't work out. And I know that Riley sold a lot of his equipment, you know, that was given to him for free. So I guess in my mind, I don't really see how that's much different than, you know, people, for instance, who scam on eBay and put up a item for sale that they collect money for that's never sent to the people. Like, you know, if you're asking for spirit boxes that you're going to use for spirit communication, and then you sell them for money, is that not scamming? I don't know.
Sold all my equipment, did I, Heather? Sold all of my equipment? You need to fact check so much damn more. No, Heather. This is what I did. I sold 4 spirit boxes, because those are the spirit boxes that just weren't getting used. And unfortunately, my house was under threat because we lost our housing benefit, and I wasn't making enough money to pay the damn rent. And I don't know if you know anything about Britain at the moment, but through the benefits and the welfare state, it's getting completely fucked up with universal credit. But that's politics. I don't really want to talk about it. Universal credit is dangerous, and it's killing people. And I don't want to have to go onto it unless I really, really get forced to. But what do you see here, Heather? Just look in front of you. You know, from full spec cams to Chloe, to a 589 which I've recently just got, to Brutus, to Oh look, a 587, your favourite there, look. Oh, two of them. Oh, lovely, lovely. One was actually attacked by an entity and destroyed, which I've got evidence and proof of. And of course, original magnitude mode and the dipod. Yeah, I sold all the damn equipment, didn't I? Jesus Christ, this is the worst propaganda hit piece anyone has ever done on me. Fucking hell. Try again. Honestly, just try again. Fuck me.
I don't know. Maybe I think differently than everybody else. I am a Yankee, you know, and we are sort of instilled with a strong work ethic and not to accept charity and, you know, to be proud and stoic and that whole thing. So I do look at, you know, asking for help maybe differently than other people. I'm not very good at it. I'm not very good at asking for help. That doesn't mean I've never done it. I have. I've been in positions before where I've needed help and I have asked for help. It's very hard to do.
Absolutely right, Heather. It is hard to do. It's quite fucking degrading, actually. I don't like doing it, but when you know, when you're desperate, okay? But I hope you never get in that position, or you got friends around you. Well, you've done it before, you said, so you're all right. I just love this hit piece that you're trying. You're trying and you're reaching so hard. It's brilliant. Love it. Beer can.
And I'm certainly not comfortable with it. It's very humiliating. However, I do think if you do something over and over and over again, you lose that feeling of humiliation and it just becomes, you know, the status quo. And then you just do it and it doesn't seem like such a big deal anymore. It's sort of like filming yourself on YouTube. You know, a lot of newcomers, they have a hard time being on camera. After you've done it for a while, it's no big deal. So
yeah, no big deal. No big fucking deal. No big fucking deal, right? Oh, you're beautiful.
So, yeah, you know, the Truth Seekers community was created. A lot of people took issue with that community because there was a lot of gossip and trash talking people, and a lot of people left of their own volition.
A lot of people did leave. I mean, a lot of people did take issue with it because it called a lot of fakes and frauds out, you know, and brought them to. Admittedly, some people got a bit excited by it and went a bit too far. I will admit that. Like I say, criticism can be levelled at me, you know, guys. It's not like I don't accept any criticism, but the idea was there, you know, and I even changed it a little bit. You know, rather than united against fraud, it was changed to united in, you know, actual real evidence. You know what I'm saying? So I did try. This is my first attempt at social media. I've never been on social media before, and I just wanted a place where, you know, no fakes, educational on what actually consists of evidence. What actually consists of that? You know, what do you need to prove that this is evidence? You know, a lot of education. Oh, you know what I'm trying to say. It's hard to get the words out because I'm so stunned by this video of absolute fucking misinformation and twisting of facts, you know. It's an interesting one though, Heather, I will say. This is going to be one of my longest videos I've done in a while, and it's going to take a lot of work and editing here, but it's worth it, because just for you, I love you, I do. Yeah, not as much as my wife though. Damn, she's hot.
Volition. A lot of people were kicked out. You know, there was a lot of problems with that community too. I think, you know, I've tried to understand what exactly the whole appeal of Riley is to people, and I think, you know, a lot of Americans don't have a ton of everyday contact with foreigners, so any foreigner is going to sort of seem interesting to them.
Let me get this straight. You're saying the only appeal to me is that I'm freaking foreign. Because I'm a foreigner, in terms of not American, or Canadian even, that is the appeal of me. Because Americans don't really have much access to foreigners, you know, but you can see through all that because you had a British husband, obviously, and you know what Britons are like. They can be a bit, well, you know, whatever it is you think Britons are, because they're all just like your husband, I guess. But, wow, you're selling me a bit short. Can't see the appeal of me? Come on, Heather, you need to watch some more of my videos, because I know you love me, really. I know that if you went through all my videos, I could turn you around to be one of my biggest fans. And I'm sure that if I carried on enough and kept going at you, that you'd soon click my PayPal link and just empty your bank account straight into mine. Is that right, Heather? Is that how it would go? Because of my appeal, just emptying your bank... Fuck off. Just fucking...
To them, I had a husband that was British. I've been to England many times. I know a lot of foreigners from working in the yachting community, so I don't necessarily think every foreigner is just awesome. You know, there's good people and assholes from other countries just like there are here in America, you know.
Yeah, exactly, Heather. There are good people in other countries, and there are bad people in other countries. It's all the frickin' same. Have you ever tried doing Philadelphia one-handed? I don't know. But no, seriously, that's right, you know. I think that's kind of, you know, stating the obvious. There are bad people in other countries as well. Not all foreigners are amazing. But, you know, you got to state the obvious because it goes well with the damn narrative, right? This is beautiful. Sorry, I was talking about the bacon, not this video. Oh yeah, burnt bacon in Philadelphia. Oh yeah.
You know, and I will say too, I don't completely demonize anybody. I think everyone has something they're good at. I think all people pretty much have good and bad.
Yeah, good bit of covering yourself there. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not bad. I'm sure there's something I can do. Just not the paranormal way, Heather. Just not the paranormal. If I could just step away from that, because I'm, you know, no good for it, I think that'll make you very happy.
And bad in them. So I'm not going to completely demonize Riley either. I think Riley tapped into a good thing, and he saw that he had tapped into a good thing, and he went with it. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's the devil, but I also don't know that I agree with accepting this as a practice in the paranormal.
Because in the paranormal, we all need a code and a practice, and it's Heather's code, you know what I'm saying? Heather is the one that needs to say whether you are legit or not, whether it should be accepted, and all the rest of that malarkey. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hope you know what I'm saying.
Yes, there are a lot of YouTubers that have Patreon and, you know, get money from YouTube. However, usually they have something to offer. I don't know that Riley has that much to offer except the same story over and over and over again, which is Huff is evil, bad, blah, 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 blah.
Bold man, bad. Bold man, decorated guitar amp, bad. That's all I have to offer. Just Huff. Now let me just say something, right? I have done about 50 videos on Huff. 50 videos! That's a lot of videos on Huff, right? And she'll get to this. But I have over 800 videos in total. Over 800. So if I've got over 800 videos, only 50 of them to do with Huff, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? And no, these are not all for me. I'm not that fat. I'm not fat. Oh, I weigh 8.5 stone, for God's sakes. But no, seriously, what does that tell you if only 50 videos are about Huff? And I got plenty to offer. I showed you a session earlier with Dinosaur. Would you like me to show you some more? Yeah? No? Nah, sure not. Look, if you want to see more, just go to my channel trailer. And again, there's more than that even on the channel trailer. There's loads more than that. But just go check it out anyway, if that's what you want. But I don't just offer that, you know. I got music videos, I got vlogs, I got, you know, the Unique Homeless series, Orders Spirit Box series, I got Orders Batshit Insane Media series. See how wide I'm going with this, Heather? How much I actually do have to offer? Alright, admittedly, on my Patreon, I don't actually have anything exclusive. And there's a reason for this, because I don't think it's fair that if you can't afford $1 or whatever a month, that you can't have access to that content because you like that content because you're broke. That's just not fair, you know? So it's a voluntary system. If you want to support the Magnitudes, because we put a lot of Fucking phone. Dropped it. We put a lot of time and effort into... Oh no, I've cracked the screen. Oh no. Oh no, I've cracked the screen. I'm gonna go on. Oh god. Hey guys, I've cracked the screen on my phone, but don't worry. Don't worry. I'm gonna pay for it, okay? I'm gonna pay for it. Sorry. 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 Just fed up of the comparisons, so I'm taking the piss there. So, no, seriously. On my Patreon, there is nothing, absolutely nothing on there that's worth it. Nothing. Exclusive. So you get it all for free anyway, you know? But if you feel what I do is worth and you want to tip us, because I put a lot of effort and time, it does take a lot of time. It's not just the comments and stuff, and I have a fan page as well run by an amazing man called Jimbo, who emulates me pretty good because I'm not on Facebook. I'm not. So if you see my fan page, it's not me, but he does a good job of emulating me. But I've got so much here, okay? And if you want to give me something of worth, that'd be grand, because that gives me validation, that gives me worth, that gives me time, you know. And the funny thing is, a lot of these channels out there, if they didn't have support, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing, especially if they're demonetized by YouTube. One about the bigger channels, you know, obviously, because they make their money from monetization, and a lot of stuff is demonetized these days, and as such, they, you know, they fade into oblivion if not. Now, admittedly, I would carry on and still keep uploading if I had no support whatsoever. I'd still keep doing what I can. But by God, does it help and keep us going? It really, really does, and we're trying to get out of this hole, and we're nearly there, guys. We're nearly freaking there. It's always up to you. You're not forced, and don't let her insult your intelligence, because you're not all there, because I can easily manipulate you. Nah, you're intelligent, Thirtless. You got this, and you know exactly what you're doing, and why you're doing it. And that's because you're freaking amazing, and not a retard. I don't like that word. Let's just change the word to retard. It's not a good word. My apologies, Thirtless. See, I'm learning and growing. Feel free to criticise me of that word, okay? I'll try not to use it again. Thank you.
Now, I don't support Huff. I don't love Huff. I do think Huff is a bit of a scam artist himself.
Da-da-da-da. Understatement of the Year award goes to Ghost Queen.
Artist himself, and I can't see Wayne and I ever working with Huff.
Could you imagine that? Ghost Queen and Wayne working with Huff. Yeah, okay. I can. It's funny.
With Huff. However, I don't think that means you should base an entire channel off of bashing Huff either. I don't...
An entire channel over it? Well, alright. I started off, my first video was literally a criticism on Huff, big time, right? Like I said, based an entire channel off 50 videos, yeah sure, I've done 50 videos on him, that's a lot, and I'll explain why I do that in a minute, as opposed to just like, I don't know, say 7 or something. There is a reason for this. But secondly, I've got over 800 videos. 50 out of 800? That's quite a low percentage, just nearly 10% or something, you know what I'm saying? Fucking hell, Ghost Queen, don't be ridiculous.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I don't agree with that. That's me. You can feel differently, and maybe some people like to get on the hate train and do that nonstop. I just don't think it's healthy and positive and a direction I would want to go in. I don't think it takes as many videos to sort of describe your opinion of Huff and what he does as Riley has. I think at this point, Huff became a good clickbait for him. He saw, you know, how well his Huff videos did, and so he just went with that formula.
Oh gee, it's as dark in here. Sorry about that. Well, there's a reason why I do so many videos on Huff. I mean, not so many videos, like I say, 50 out of 800 isn't as much as you would believe in terms of percentages, right? But it's like this, you see, Heather. Every day, someone new comes into the paranormal. If I do one video on Huff and just leave it as it is, or 2 or whatever, and then years go by, that video gets buried. And then no one ever finds it, you know? No one ever finds it. So you keep it up. Secondly, it wasn't a case of, I'm going to do constant Huff videos because reasons, stating the same shit over and over again. If you watch my Huff series, I have everything on playlists on my channel. I don't know if you know this or not, Heather. Everything's done in playlists. So if you're a new subscriber here, if you want to miss the crap that doesn't interest you, but get the stuff that does interest you, go to the playlist section and explore my channel because of how many videos I got. It's just easier, trust me, that's why I've done it like that. But, getting back to the point, You see, I said that I'd always comment on every single chapter of Bluffgate because each time I do a video, Bluff gets more crazier and crazier and crazier. And you're right, it does make good content. Michael Jackson come into the room, oh, he's got bandages, and then Huff has a pity party going, oh, you guys just think I'm just saying this. It's gold, it's beautiful, and you know, so it does give me some content to work with. But clickbait, I don't think you understand what the meaning of clickbait is, Heather. Clickbait, let me explain to you, okay? Clickbait is when you put in your title something, but actually in the video has nothing to do with it. So, for example, oh my god, guys, I got eaten by a shark, and the video is me feeding some goldfish. That would be clickbait, because there's no sharks, no one's got eaten. Bullshit. However, when I put out a Huff video, there's no clickbait, because the title is what's in the video. It's exactly correct description, so that's not clickbait. Now do you understand what clickbait is? Jesus Christ, Heather, I shouldn't fucking educate you on this kind of thing. But that's the reason why I do Huff videos, because each time it gets a little more crazier, a little bit more insane, and it's just like, my mind is blown. I got a comment on this. This is just insane. I mean, wow. He's up in the ante each time, and it's beautiful, beautiful content that you just got to comment on. And it stops the videos getting buried. And each time, every day, someone new comes into this paranormal community. Every day, someone new comes in. And who do they find first? Steve Huff. Oh yeah, they find him first, and I'm like, wow, wow. And hopefully, they do a little bit of research before they part with, you know, thousands of dollars for a decorated guitar up and come across my videos and are educated and, well, that's up to them if they still go for it or not. Damn, it's dark in here. But there you go, Heather. Does that answer your question?
An individual. I agree with Riley. I think Huff's an asshole and a fraud, but just not sure Riley's all that much different at this point. Fuck you.
Not that much different, eh? Oh, Jesus. You're really trying to push for that narrative. Keep reaching, Heather. Keep reaching. A nice good reach around. You know what I'm saying?
At this point. So, yeah, I can remember saying that I thought Riley was going to try to get a car out of his supporters, and sure enough, he was donated a car.
I'm sorry, I can't, I've tried replaying this over and over again. Is she saying that I said I'm going to get a car out of my supporters, or is she saying that I predict Riley's going to get a car out of his supporters? Which one is it? I can't work it out because it's a bit... well, and I got a car. Oh, I bet that fucked you right off. That fucking magnitude got a car. What? What? Trust me, Heather. It shocks me as much as anybody else, especially the ruse they played. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. So, it was like this. I didn't ask for a car. I didn't say, hey guys, I need a car. Nothing of the sort. I was randomly rang up one day by Thirtless. I'm not going to say the name, they've passed away. And Springtrap still keeps in contact. And she's going to bring us up in a sec about a criticism, and I'll explain it all in a minute. It's very simple. But of course, no one fact checks, because it doesn't go to the narrative. And they said, Riley, we got you a car. I said, you did fucking what? What? You can't, no, you can't give me a car. We got you a Ford Focus. It's a bit rusty, but you know. Thank you. What can I say? Thank you. Oh my god. It was a joke. It was a trick. They didn't get me a Ford Focus. No. No. They got me a Saab 900 turbo convertible. Oh my god, my heart was beating, pounding. If you want to see my reaction to having this car, it's in the playlist of Order the Musical. It's somewhere in there. Cathartic Magic or something. Oh my god. I can... Oh, fucking you. Wow, yeah, it still stuns me today, okay, but we'll come to this in a minute, because there's a little gripe Heather's going to bring up in a sec. A little gripe, a bit of miscommunication and understanding going on, you'll see in a minute. But this must have really peed you off. I got a car, but I want to know what she was trying to say there. Was she trying to say that I said I'm going to try and get a car out of my subscribers. Because if that's what she's saying, that's a fucking lie. And you know, I had no idea I was going to get a car. No clue, no hint, no nothing. If she's saying, I predict that Riley's going to get a car out of his subscribers, well, you predicted very well, Heather. That just shows the level of amazingness of my subscribers. Because that's just mind blown. Mind blown. But if you want to know the price of a car, just in case there's any doubt that thousands upon thousands were spent, or something new, not quite. The car cost 600 quid. Now that's a lot of money. That's a damn lot of money, okay? And the fact is, a Saab 900 Turbo, wow. Fucking wow. It's a car I've always admired. I love Saabs. I've had a couple of Saabs in the past. Amazing. But you just need to know the facts, how much these things cost and what's spent. And no, I had no idea this was going to happen. Zero clue. So don't twist this into what it is. But check out what she's going to say next and I'll explain.
Then he was complaining about the car that he got, and to the point where the child of the person who donated the car criticized Riley for complaining about the car he was given for free.
Okay, Miss Twist for the narrative. Not quite. This is how it went. So, I got the car, and I love this car, it's brilliant. Unfortunately, there's a major issue of the car as, you know, time went on. The big ends were going on it. Do you know what that means, Heather? Do you know what the big ends are on a car? If not, go and ask Wayne. He'll tell you what the big ends are, okay? Kind of important to the running of the vehicle. They sit at the bottom of the piston, on the big ends of the piston, the little shells. Now, Saabs, they're great cars, but you must service them and keep up with the service. If you do not keep up with the service, and this car was 15 to 17 years old, thereabouts that area, and obviously the previous owner had not kept up with the service of 150,000 miles. What happens is the oil turns to sludge. Saabs are known for it. That's just one of their faults. Fine if you keep up with the service, but they didn't. And as such, the sludge builds up, and then it blocks all the oil ways, and then the big ends do not get the oil. And this is what killed it. And it wasn't complaining, it was like, just knowing, oh my god, the big ends are going. Now, I didn't want to lose this car. This car meant a lot to me. Not necessarily because it's a Saab 900 Turbo convertible, which is just a fucking amazing car, but the fact I wanted to keep it because it was from Furtless. It meant a lot to me, this car. It meant everything to me. It was sentimental. Now, do you know what's strange? Yes, Springtrap come back and she didn't understand. She's like, are you criticising the car that we got you? No, I wasn't, Springtrap, and I'm sorry that you feel that I was. And she understood, and when I explained what's what, absolutely fine, there's no issue there. She understood. I wanted to keep that car desperately, I really did. And it was a weird metaphor, because when that car started to die, so did the person who got it for me. And as the car come to the end of its life, Joanne passed away from cancer. She died too. It was a really, really fucked up metaphor. High Priestess actually predicted this was going to happen. She predicted it, and I didn't believe her. So, that shows a bit of legitimacy for High Priestess, I guess, on her abilities. But that's why that car meant so much to me. And it's so strange for it to, as it went, Joanne went, we tried everything. And there was a GoFundMe put up. Not for me. Furtless offered. We'll get that car fixed. We'll get a new engine for that car. Put up a GoFundMe, Magnitude. Do it. Not so sure about this, guys. Not sure if I want to do this. And it ain't going to look good on me. I did it because Furtless asked me to. And 300 quid was put in. That's beautiful, 300 quid. But it wasn't enough. Nowhere near enough to change an engine over or buy an engine. And nowhere near enough. It was a weird metaphor. Anyway, what happened was in the end, my dad stepped in. He said, I'll tell you what, I'm going to buy you a car, which is what I've got now. A domestic appliance, Peugeot, diesel, nothing special, nothing fast, but it is good condition. It's quite current, it's only 5 years old. The design is actually over 10 years old, but it's the last of that generation. Therefore, no bugs, no problems, all the kinks are worked out. best thing you should do, buy a car. Don't ever buy a first generation of a new car. Always buy the last generation. I know it like probably doesn't look as good as a newer one, but that's what you should do. Anyway, so, but with a 300 quid, put that on insurance, which is what I did. So there you go. Now you know. Get your facts straight, lady. Get your damn facts straight. It's a good reach again. You do love reaching.
So, you know, as I say, I'm not the only person to criticize Riley. I'm not the first one to step up and say, hey, you know, don't agree with you doing this, this, or this. I didn't really love the fact that he did spirit box sessions around his daughter. I think that's not a choice I would.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's a fair thing you could say. You don't really want children involved with it because, you know, problems and stuff. But let me explain something about Mimu, okay? And you freaking know this, okay? Her first words were not Mama, Dada. Her first words were Harry. Blah, 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 Harry this. Blah, 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 Harry that. She is already talking to them before we... You know, we don't know any Harrys. Who the fudge is Harry? And we caught Harry. And oh my god, I still wish I had this video, but I didn't make a backup copy of it before Mimu dropped the first generation Nokia phone down the toilet, okay? But I'll explain how the video goes. Basically... I was a taxi driver. My wife decided to make a video for me to watch as a taxi driver while I'm on my time off because I didn't really see my daughter very much because I did about 80 hours a week taxiing. Not so lazy, huh? And she's on the swings. Mrs. Magnitude is pushing on the swings and Mimu's waving as, I don't know, under a 1-year-old or a 1-year-old thereabouts to the left. She's waving at seemingly nobody. And no, there's nobody else in that park. Mrs. Magnitude verifies that. No one ever goes to that park anyway. And all of a sudden, on the video... you hear this metallic voice go, Cooey. Cooey? Yeah, somebody was there and she was waiting, she could see it. So she was seeing these things, you know, before anything, you know? And there was an incident, and I'm surprised you didn't mention this, Heather. There was an incident where Mimu was attacked. I don't want to go into it, it's horrible, but needless to say, Justin comes to the rescue and everything was alright, and it was frightening. But it's like this, guys. We didn't call out to these entities, okay? I was a skeptic, didn't believe in it, all the rest of it. They came to us for whatever reason. These entities in that old house came to us, okay? And I'd sooner have the lines of communication open, so if there's any warning or warnings, I know about them, so we can get out. And yes, we had contingency plans after that, for if something bad happened, we could just jump in a car and go to somewhere. We had it all set up just in case. But in terms of Spirit Box, I don't want my child to fear it or some taboo subject. I do get what you're saying. If a child isn't into this in the first place, you don't really want to introduce them to it and all that sort of stuff, that's fine. But she already knew about it. She was talking to them before she was talking to Mama and Dada. Her first words were Harry. Blah, 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 Harry this, blah, 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 Harry that. Who the fudge is Harry? Well, I guess Harry's the one who went cooey. Very strange. But I get what you're saying, Heather Ghost Queen, but I know you're just trying to use this point to fucking hit me over the head with, when you know what is what. Everything I just said here, you already know.
To include a young child in spirit box sessions, I don't agree with it, but that's me. Maybe other people think differently. Yeah, so, you know, there's been plenty about Riley that, you know, has been controversial and that not everyone's agreed with. So why he is focusing on me as being, you know, the creator of all his troubles, I don't know.
Don't flatter yourself, Heather. Seriously, you're not the creator of all my troubles. I just said fuck you to you. That is it. Nothing more, nothing less. You're just the first person, and you're gaslighting on my comment section when I leave you well alone. That is it. Nothing more, nothing less.
I don't know. I don't really pay a lot of attention to Riley. I don't watch all his videos. Every once in a while I check out what he's up to and just sort of discuss it usually every time.
You only watch the videos that absolutely trigger you because you like to get triggered. You're one of those masochists, or is it a sadist? I can't remember which way around it is. But that's the only videos you watch, the ones that really make your blood boil. I want you to shake your head.
So, you know, he hasn't really changed all that much. His formula is still pretty much the same. And,
What are you on about? My formula is still the same. I've learned how to edit and all sorts. What? Give me some credit. I've done music videos, different series. Yeah, all the same. It's you who hasn't changed, Heather. Still filming. Oh, no, you're not filming in portrait mode anymore. You finally learned. Not doing any editing, just, you know, fucking off the cuff. No, I've grown. I've grown a lot, and I put a lot of effort into my channel now. Well, I did back then, you know, and all my Spirit Box sessions are still always raw and unedited, but there's a lot more to me now, a lot more deeper, a lot more lines I go down, much more wider. That's something you can't do because you just don't have the creativity in you, unfortunately. And that's maybe why nobody empathised with you and thought, hey, Heather, you know what? I feel you deserve a camera or something because you deserve to go far. I like what you're doing. I think you've got potential. Nah, if it happened to you, you wouldn't be making this video.
Now he's done this video that he claims is his last begging video. I guess that remains to be seen.
Hopefully, yes, but that doesn't include at the end of videos shilling the channel for support in terms of keeping the channel running or keeping us going, but in terms of a video that is dedicated to helping us because we're in serious trouble or an emergency situation, I hope it's the last one. I really frickin' do.
You know, I also feel that maybe it's enabled Riley a little bit, you know, getting the help that he's gotten from everyone, and it's been a tremendous amount of help. And you know, I think it's wonderful that people are willing to help one another.
Do you? Because it sure doesn't sound like it from this video. Jesus Christ, you're coming off it, you know, like it really pisses you off that I've had all this help. It's bugging you.
Help one another. I do. But I also think you can get to the point where you're enabling someone, you know, and how long can he keep this up? You know, is he going to become a huge YouTuber where he's going to be able to make a consistent income on YouTube? Probably not, you know? And yeah, eventually you're going to have to find some other way to make some money. So...
Well, I don't know if I'll ever be able to make enough of a living off of YouTube, not doing begging videos, but in terms of fucking support for the channel like Patreon and stuff like that, as a living, I don't know. Hence why my wife has got the job she's got. I was looking for extra work. I already work, Heather. Granted, it's not very many hours, it's only like 2 or 3 hours a day, but, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, well, regardless, you get the gist.
Like I say, I kind of worry that maybe all this help has enabled him a little bit. And perhaps it's not my place to say.
Then shut the fuck up then.
Say so. But Riley, you did ask for this video. You seem to want my opinion. You want to demonize me. Here, I'm giving it to you. Everyone can...
Yeah, I kind of goaded you actually in this. I goaded you. That's my fault. My apologies.
Everyone can demonize me. But again, that was another problem with truth seekers. You know, a lot of people said to Riley, as the leader of this community, you need to tell your followers not to attack people you don't like. And Riley was unwilling to.
No, Heather, it wasn't a case of me not telling people to go and attack. I did advise people to not go over and attack people, but I'm not a goddamn babysitter. People are in control of their own actions, and I will not be responsible for other people's actions.
This tea's roll bit like you, actually. Interesting.
But Riley was unwilling to do that. So, you know, it seemed like he did want to create a little group that would sort of help fulfill his wants and needs and agenda and attack people if he didn't agree with them. I also take issue with some of these people on YouTube claiming they don't block people, and they're just flat out lying. You know, my Ghost Queen Paranormal channel was blocked on Irish Stevo's channel, was blocked on Order of Magnitude's channel, and, you know, they didn't want to give any support to my channel. Fair enough, they don't have to. But for them to say that they don't block people, then that's telling a flat-out lie, you know, and I don't support.
I don't know if your other freaking account is blocked or not. A lot of it is I just can't be asked to go check, to be honest with you. But your other account comes up on my comment section, so you clearly can be heard, so don't fucking worry about it. What do you want to say? Do you want to say anything or not?
Yeah, regarding my daughter, actually. When your daughter's talking to thin air at probably 18 months of age, and when she could say a few words, if that, she's grown up with it. She's not scared. If it were any other child, or say someone else's child visiting my nephews and nieces and whatever, wouldn't dare consider it. It wouldn't enter my head. But fuck all. You know nothing about me. You know nothing about my daughter. You know nothing about Phil, actually. And that's another thing. Don't call him Riley. That's something that his friends and people worthy call him. Okay, his name's Phil to you, because you are poisonous. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to bring down his channel, but that's like a little bit. I don't know. You just, what the hell is wrong with you? He's bringing Huff down because Huff is scamming people. You're bringing Phil down because you're bitter. It's a bit of a difference.
Yeah.
And I think, actually, you have valid points in places where I've watched videos regarding, some of Phil's channel, some of a few other people's channels, but I think you use that and you twist it and I don't know why. Is it because you're insecure? I don't know, maybe. But regarding my daughter, she's always talked to these two thin air or spirits, aliens, whatever the fuck is out there, right? What do you do with that? When she's asking to use the spirit box because one of them's in front of her at the age of 3-year-old, what do you want me to do? Which brings me to another point. When she was in the bath, what was she have been? 3.5, I think.
Something like that.
She said, "Oh, mummy, I'm going to move up." To which I asked why, as you would, and she said, "Oh, because," she said, "there's a man in the bath with me." And I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, what does this man look like? And she said, well, he's got a hurt head. His head's bleeding. And I said, well, okay. I said, what does this man look like? He's got black hair, he's tall, and he's just holding his head where it hurts, mummy. So, can't you see him? And I said, no, sweetie, I can't see him. And she goes, well, I'm going to move up for him. And then she turned around and said, he's gone. What do you want? You're saying it's bad for a child. Yeah, probably in any other circumstance. But she doesn't remember that now. To this day, she doesn't remember it.
Yeah,
but she never brought it up. I mean,
yeah.
obviously, I've never reminded her of it. And I've certainly never talked about it in front of her. Yes. Or to her, obviously.
She doesn't remember the Cooey incident or anything.
No,
like that.
she's got no recollection. It's stopped now. She doesn't see spirits now. She remembers talking to Harry, because even now she'll remember that, but she doesn't remember the bath incident. She doesn't remember being on the swing with the Cooey thing. But it's just, you've got no right to comment on my family in terms of parenting, because you don't know anything. I've got 2, and he's got 1 fully well balanced and happy children. My adult son doesn't go out doing bad things. He's a lovely lad. My daughter is one of the most loving people I've ever met in my life. So don't you dare think you know my family well enough to judge, right? The car. He didn't have anything bad to say about the car. He loved the bloody thing. It's just a bit of a tragic situation that it was dying from the onset. Nobody knew when it was bought. No. It wasn't like Joanne goes, I'm going to buy a car that's got big ends going, did she? And we didn't turn around and say, oh, it's... Yeah. So, rather than having this bitter attitude where you are throwing darts at, then why can't you just make your channel bigger? And to be honest, it's not like Phil's got loads and loads of subs. He's got 4.2,
4.3.
Yeah, all right, I'm sorry. I underdid you, hun. But, you know, he ain't got like 100,000 subs, but I don't know what you think he's getting on Patreon, but it's not a lot. And he has had some, you know, he's had some donations that are, it's none of your business. Mind blowing. That's all I'm gonna say. I've heard Phil say about it. My thanks and congrats don't cut. I just don't even know what to say. Wow. But you don't have any say in that. He works hard on his channel. He works fucking hard to the point of where it's all I hear about. It's all I hear him talking about on his videos. Everything is about this channel. It's caused argument after argument after argument. And as in terms of him going on about benefits, actually I've worked all my life. I just had to cut my hours because of my health. Sorry about that.
Well, me too.
But not now. My job now, I'm working I don't suppose he's even mentioned that. My ass off.
Yeah, no, I have.
I'm pulling shit tons of hours.
Yeah.
And I'm pushing through feeling like shit. And I'm enjoying my job. I suppose that's something to bitch about next, is it? I don't know what your problem is, lovey. Okay, but I suggest that giant stick you got up your butt, kind of remove it.
And that's about as far as we can go with that video, unfortunately, because after that, her video just goes to shit. She starts rambling on about Irish Steve-O and people bringing up her personal life, and none of that is connected with me in any shape or form. She just can't stick to the subject matter that she's talking about. So, but what I'll do, if you're really interested, I'll leave a link to the video in the description section if you really want to talk to yourself, that kind of thing. Well, congratulations, you made it to the end of this very, very long-winded video. I started making this video this morning? It's now, 1 o'clock in the morning I fucking finished by? Jesus Christ, and I still haven't rendered it and uploaded it yet, so there you go. Well, now to the shilling part of the video, so don't forget to hit the cross button right about now if you don't want to hear this, it's so triggering for your ears. However, if you are interested, here we go. If you like what the Magnitudes do, and you want to support us, maybe you feel that this video has some worth to it. How much worth is it? You know, doing all this time and this effort creatively, and you want to tip us, and quite frankly that'd be very, very helpful, because we've got to go to September the 10th before we get our first patient. God, that's a bloody long time. It's like nearly a month and a half. But hey, at least we'll get a month and a half's worth of wages, so that's one good thing, right? It's not bad, we're going to get the money for it, but it's just a bloody long time to go. But yeah, anyway, if you want to tip us and keep us going, that's great. If not, you don't have to. You are in control. Nobody has a gun to your head. Although I am using Ghost Queen to scheme to try and get as much money as possible. Maybe you should prove her right. Click the link in the PayPal section on the description. Take care first. Much love. You are absolutely amazing. We are working our way to stability. Take care. All the best. Much love.